Welcome back to News Geelong. Former Geelong Football Club Premiership captain Cameron Ling has achieved significantly throughout his sporting journey in life so far. But Cameron Ling, the businessman, is another success story in its own right in his hometown of Geelong. Ian Nichols reports.
Today, News Geelong is talking to Cameron Ling, the businessman. How does that sit with you, Cameron?
It's a different role, but I suppose it's one that I've had a bit of a taste of over the last couple of years, along with the footy. But now that footy's finished up, I'm taking a bit more of an interest in what's going on, and we're here at Pt2, which has just been through a minor renovation and reopened again, and really happy with the way it's come up. It's been a good thing. I think it's opened it up a little bit more, and beautiful dining out here on the pier, so pretty excited by it.
Well, we were lucky enough to come along originally to do a story on this restaurant, and I can tell you it's been a great revamp, and as you've said, it brings it out into the open, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that you enjoyed it. It's, you know, all it really took was knocking out one little wall and just opening it up a bit more and giving it more of a flow back onto the pier, and obviously the deck as well for the alfresco, and it's really lifted the whole place with a bit more light and a bit more casual, and I'm really happy with the way it's come up, and hopefully you enjoyed your lunch. I know I certainly did. It was beautiful, so it was still the really good quality food and good service and nice relaxed environment.
Location, location, location. What wonderful real estate this is at the end of Cunningham Pier.
Yeah, I don't think there's too many spots in the world you can get much better than this. Out on the pier, it's a beautiful waterfront that we've got. The bay's superb, and you know, the yacht club there with all the sails up, the beautiful waterfront we have, and out here 200 metres out on the water, we can have a beautiful restaurant. It's pretty great. I'm really happy with the way everything's come, and we can actually do justice to this beautiful location. So it's all positive.
Well, you're so busy in this revitalisation of Pt2 that you probably haven't had time to think about football at all.
No, not too much, and now that the boys are back at pre-season, I'm quite happy to sit back and not even contemplate football. But I know come probably March, April next year, once the boys get back into some games, I know I'll miss it. But for the time being, very happy with my decision.
Well, you look pretty fit, I've got to say, in spite of everything. And we know that you're going to keep an association, obviously, with the Geelong footy.
I'll always be there to help out and do whatever I can to hopefully make sure the Geelong Footy Club has long-term success. I think all the guys who've been a big part of the most recent era are going to want to make sure that in years ahead, the Geelong Footy Club remains successful, and we'll be able to go along and watch and cheer them on and be really happy for the next group of guys. And if I'm ever needed just to call up for a bit of advice or just to have a chat, or I'm not needed at all, either way, I'll always be a Geelong man.
Well, I'm sure you'll make a great mentor, there's no doubt about that.
Well, it's something I enjoyed doing while I was playing, working with the young guys and helping them develop, and whatever's required of me. Chris Scott has said, you know, give me a call from time to time. He's always welcome to. I loved working with him. I would have loved a couple more years with Scotty, to be honest, because I was fortunate enough to have a great coach in Bomber, and then I got to have the 1 year with Scotty, and I would have really loved to have kept on going and worked really closely with him. But having said that, I am very happy with my decision, and I'll help out whenever I can.
Well, you're moving forward. That's the name of the game, and you've got a wonderful business here, and I'm sure it's going to grow just as you are.
Well, hopefully, yeah. I'm really excited about Pt2. It's got that great reputation since it's been open. I reckon the renovations that we've done here has only added to it. So it'll hopefully continue to grow, and people will love it, and you know, it becomes a really important part of the Geelong and the Geelong community, and it'll be great.
Thank you, Ian. Bowen Health's Geelong Hospital is the first health service in Australia to implant a new bioabsorbable patch used to correct heart defects in patients. And once inserted, the patch disappears over time and is replaced with natural tissue. Meryl Friend has more.
Geelong Hospital was the first hospital in Australia to have the latest technology, and it is the latest bioabsorbable patch which is able to help heart defects without needing open heart surgery.
These devices have been available to close holes in the heart for a number of years, but most of the devices are made of metal and not suitable for all patients. This device is unique in that it's completely bioabsorbable, that is, after 2 to 3 months the device disappears and replaced with natural tissue, which hopefully seals the defect.
And this actually can help some patients not require open heart surgery?
Yeah, some patients aren't suitable for the existing devices. In particular, the first case that we did yesterday would have needed to undergo open heart surgery.
And so Geelong has been lucky enough to have the transcatheter patch here, and the person that developed it in Europe, the Greek-based Dr. Sidiris, and he was here to oversee proceedings as well.
Yeah, Dr. Sidiris walked us through the procedure and was in the room when we did the procedure. He was quite helpful, offered some useful hints in how to deploy the device, and he came back again this morning to check that the patients were fine.
And so there'll be a short timeline when we will be checking on these patients as well?
Yeah, what we plan to do is organise an ultrasound study after 2 to 3 months when the device should be completely absorbed, and we hope to find, or expect to find, that the hole in the heart will be closed.
And so what sort of numbers are we talking around the Geelong region that this procedure can help?
Well, people with holes in the heart comprise about 1/5 the people with congenital heart disease, and that's about 1 per 1,000. So you would expect 200 patients in the Geelong region, and 1/5 of those would be potentially candidates for this procedure.
And many people may not even know that they have this defect. What sorts of symptoms would they be looking for?
That's right, it's often completely asymptomatic. The more severe ones are picked up in childhood, but many people don't develop symptoms until they become adults, and typically reduced exercise tolerance or shortness of breath would be the clue.
From Barwon Health, Meryl French, News Geelong.
Thank you, Meryl. This is News Geelong as we go to a break and return with sport and weather after this.